Okay, so guess what? I'm back again and I'm getting ready to do my next review of the TV show The Walking Dead, and this is in the new season, and this is going to be the second episode, and I'm getting really excited about this because the episode last week, even though there was some controversy over whether or not it was a hatchet or an axe, and it turns out it was a hatchet. I think everyone's pretty clear on this by now. There's some things that happened where Abraham and Glenn got hit, and so it'll be interesting to see whether or not they come back this episode, or if they don't come back, maybe for a few more episodes. And I'd like to remind everybody that we're getting into the month of November, and it's called No Shave November, and I'm pretty sure that it's to raise awareness for people who have accidents when they cut themselves shaving. So we're trying to cut down on the amount of people who are killed each November from shaving accidents by not shaving at all. So I'm going to end up growing out just a really big beard, and so I hope that doesn't disturb anyone. My sister has already been, she kind of does no shave year, so she's already way ahead of the game in that regard. So let's go ahead and get ready, and we're going to start episode 2 right now. Edit. Okay guys, so here we are in episode 2. We're just getting ready to start it, so I hope you guys are ready for an experience unlike any other, and that is with me explaining to you what's going on. Alright, let's get into it. Oh, okay, well I see there's Carol. And wow, they're jumping right into this because the walkers are already just running. Okay, and Morgan is with her, and he's hitting these guys with his bow staff, which I wish I had a bow staff, but Mrs. Jones took that away from me. I don't know why. Okay, well Carol's had enough. She's taken off. She's running away. And okay, there are these guys that are with them, and they're shooting these walkers. Uh-oh, Carol's off in the woods by herself, and she's limping, and she's walking away, and it's very ominous music, and she seems to be injured. I'm not 100%. Well, it looks like Carol, uh-oh, wow, that guy's head just got, his whole face was chopped straight down. That girl's got a net on her face, and now her head is gone, so the guy just chopped her head off, and that guy's head's gone too. So apparently whoever these people are, they aren't messing around. They know exactly what to do. And now wait a minute, and these guys have lots of horses. There are no ponies at all. These are actual horses. For those of you who don't know, horses like to eat carrots, apples, and sugar cubes. I like sugar cubes. I never find them, except in tea. Okay, well Morgan apparently put something in that mailbox because he put the red flag up. So that represents that he wants someone to take the mail. I didn't know that they still had a postal service. You wouldn't think that there would be. But they do say neither rain nor sleet nor snow, and apparently now it's nor zombies are going to stop the mail from going. I just think that's probably, they need to be paid more because it's probably incredibly dangerous. Okay, so Morgan got Carol in a wheelchair, and he's wheeling her around, and he says he's taking her to meet the person in charge. I think he called him a king. It's possible the King of England is in this episode. Wait a minute, what was that?
Ezekiel has a tiger.
He has a tiger? Oh my goodness. This show just got awesome. Okay, I'm seeing this king now. This guy is definitely not the King of England, because I've seen that guy before. Okay, there's the tiger. The tiger's big and strong. The tiger's growling. He looks like he's getting ready to pounce. Well, I know what I think of the kingdom of World of Warcraft. It's amazing, and I wish I lived there. I would stay in the safe zones. I do know that much. Oh, okay, wait a minute. The tiger's the name. Carol and I both got that wrong. It's actually pronounced... Okay, I forget now what they said it was.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I encourage those who find respite here to enjoy the fruits of our...
Did he just say those who find restaurants here?
So long as they contribute.
The show always makes me hungry. Well, that tiger looks so pissed off, but he's just sitting there. Wow, I told you. I said last week that they said that they were going to bring in vampires, warlocks, and now they've even brought in a tiger. I'm not gonna lie. There's a part of me that kind of wishes it was a dragon, but I understand. Wow, now they're gonna bring in a circus? Okay, well, so the tiger, he looks like a cat. He's just kind of enjoying being in the sun, which is a lot like my cat. Well, I don't know, because I haven't seen my cat in about 6 years. If I met Morgan myself, I probably would ask the same thing, like, teach me how to use the staff. Because I'm not allowed to own a firearm. These guys have these pigs, and now these other guys are showing up. Maybe this is some kind of farmer's market. Oh wow, okay, so these guys are fighting. And there's this guy. Oh, now they're all pulling guns on each other. Which kind of reminds me of my dad and his brothers. Alright, so Morgan's talking to this kid, and he made his other brother, he made him eat its broccoli, which I don't care if there is an apocalypse. I'm not eating broccoli. I don't care. That or Brussels sprouts, or zucchini, or squash. Okay, so Morgan's bringing Carol her dinner, which apparently she's not even in the room. There's a really good chance that she heard that they were having broccoli and she's hiding somewhere. Okay, King Ezekiel has just made an appearance, and well, okay, so this is kind of a plot twist. This guy is telling Carol that he's not really a king, which he's saying that he's just kind of making it all up. Wait a second, is this guy saying that he's a zookeeper? Because why in the world would you call yourself a king if you were a zookeeper? You know, if this guy really is some kind of a zookeeper, then I think he should change his name to at least King Zookeeper. But animals are great, so I can understand why he wants to have them around him, because animals will always be your friend. They'll never get angry with you. Okay, well, that's not true. I even had a turtle called Mr. Zips, and Mr. Zips, well, to be honest with you, for a turtle, he was kind of a jerk. Alright, so this episode's been on for a while, but we've actually had some pretty good developments here, because now we know that Carol is now friends with the zookeeper, and that this guy is just kind of making believe that he's a king, but he knows he's not a king, and that his tiger is from the zoo, so you know that she's super friendly. And of course there's a lot of talking in this episode. I gotta be honest, I'm not really 100% what's going on. Oh hey, so there's the mailbox that Morgan put a letter in. The bad news for him, the red flag was still up, so that means that the postman hasn't come to get it yet. Okay, so Morgan has now put the red flag down. I guess he doesn't think that the the postman's gonna come anytime soon. Okay, so Carol's going in this house. And this is where she saw that old woman. I think maybe she's come in the room with her. She might have a... No! That is a walker. She's dressed like an old woman because she's got on what looks like what my grandmother wears. In fact, it's the only thing I've ever seen her wear. Oh, well, there's a knock at the door. There's a really good chance that this is the postman. And he's wondering whether or not he needs to take a letter. Oh, no, it's the tiger. Oh, wait, okay. The king zookeeper is there. Okay, guys. So, we just watched episode 2 of this new season. And I gotta be honest with you. This was probably better than last week's episode because this one had a tiger in it. Now, that was pretty amazing and I did not see that coming at all. Just to recap, there's a zookeeper king and he's got tigers and horses in his realm. And this realm is probably in a zoo. And so these people are all just hanging out in this zoo. Now Carol apparently is living in this house. And her and Morgan, they used to date, and now they're getting along again. And they were always hitting each other before, but now they're not. So now she's living in this house, and the postman never showed up. So Morgan, I guess, has given up on that letter. I don't even know who he was sending a letter to. But anyway, that's pretty much the whole second episode. But the most important aspect of all this is that we now have seen the King Zookeeper and the tiger, and you know that there's no way that this tiger is not just going to start killing people and eating them up, and that's going to be that's just going to be fantastic. So, okay guys, I will see you next week for Bradley Reacts to The Walking Dead. Edit!